Hello beautiful people and happy Sunday. My name is Steven ESC. Oops, bumping the microphone right off the bat. Hope you're all doing well today. Yeah, today, in case it wasn't obvious by the title, we are going to be continuing with our recent Lego build, which is this Volkswagen Beetle, circa 2016. Not this Beetle, but the sets from 2016. So it has been retired, but the super generous Cosmic has gifted this to, I was going to say to the stream, but no, they gifted it to me. Thought I could build it on stream for everyone, and I'm very grateful and very lucky to have it. I'm not sure if you're here yet, Cosmic, or when you'll watch this, but thank you very much. Much appreciated, as always. I guess that wasn't really clear. That was one of these. I realized it was off to the side. And so this is where we are so far. We've completed bag 1, which is weird the way they've got it. So there's a bag 1 with 2 separate bags inside, and then 2 separate bag 1s along with it. So either way, it's coming along nicely. I was going to do just bag 2 today, but then sort of realized that bag 2 is legitimately 2 bags. Bag 1 was 5 bags, and bag 3 is 5 bags as well. So instead of just doing bag 2, I took all of the pieces, the remaining pieces, bags 2 and 3, and sorted them all by color. So we are ready to go, and we'll probably get to like bag 3 1/4 or something like that today. So that's what we've got on the agenda. And so without further ado, let's get started. See what pieces we need. All right, so we need 2 of these, which is interesting, and I find this a little bit difficult sometimes to be able to tell what the colors are unless I zoom in close, because this, when I look at it here, it is a light gray, but it also has a yellow line around it. So when I view it from a distance, for some reason the yellow, and for my eyes anyways, the yellow mixes with the light gray and it makes it look potentially like a little bit like light brown. So it's not this piece, that's a tube or something else. So we need this piece and another one just like this piece. So I think I'm going to do what I did last time and put the light gray into its own large container because it's easy to sort. Seems to be the second largest, or second most popular color in the set. So putting it in a small container makes it a little bit difficult to actually sort through properly. So see, look at that, we find it right away. There was a method to my madness. Alright, so then the instructions show that they get snapped in to the hinge pieces down there, so we can do that. And are they true 4 wide? They are. So snap in there. Snap in there. Nice and snug. Like that. Alright, that's an easy step 66. So we shall move on to, oops, oh my goodness. So, interesting, dragging with my finger. Not the most efficient way to do this. Alright. What page is that? 45. So that was right. So now we want to be on page 46. Alright, I'm going to have to scroll from the side as opposed to the actual. Alright, we can do this. So now it looks like we're going to be doing the back seat, which is going to be a lot of light brown pieces. So we'll probably be spending most of our time in here. So we start off, we need 2 1x1 blocks with side studs. Oh, interesting. So this is one of the things I always found interesting, and I'm going to kind of take a look at some point. But these are 2 1x1 blocks with side studs, but some of them are inset slightly. So you can see there's a little foot at the bottom, and then other ones, they're just a straight up block with a side stud on it. And I know they both have their benefit, but it's always struck me as odd is that there are 2 types. So I'm just going to go through this whole thing since it's a bunch of beige pieces we need. So I need 2, 3. I'm going to have to do this again on the other side. looks like just one for now. I mean, we must be doing the middle part. Yeah, we are doing the middle part, so there's only one. So I need 2 of these for step 67, 1 for 68, 1 for 69. So we need 2 more. There we go. Then I need 2 1x1 plates. And then a 1x4 plate. There we go. And to build this, it is an interesting series of steps. So we've got one that goes on its side like this. The other one turns in like so. Just like that. And then another one stacks on top. While one of these 1x1 plates goes here. So that's interesting. So now this is basically going to allow us to have studs on both sides, which is pretty cool. Allow pieces to attach from the left and the right like that. Oh, and I need to do another one. No. Another one on top here, like so. And then another stud. Oh, not a stud, another 1x1 plate. And then, according to the instructions, I'm not sure how easy it is to see from the corner if I do that. That's pretty good. So yeah, so we're going to stick this outer plate on the side there. The 1x4. Just trying to do my best to make sure everything is level and rotated properly. Not always easy to do, and I probably care way too much about it, but I do care about it, so there we go. Everything together fairly well. Excellent. On to step 47. No, page 47. Step 71. So now we're going to be doing this twice because this goes on the outer... This is the... Excuse me. So the part we're doing now is the actual left and right hand components of the back seat. So you can see that. So this is the part we did in the middle last time. So now we're doing the part on the right and left that have the curves to them. So that's steps 1 through 4 at the top. So for that, we are going to need a lot more. I put these back too soon. A lot more light brown pieces or beige pieces. So we need 4 1x1 plates. Excuse me. Four 1x1 plates. 2 1x1 plates with the side grabbers. Even though that's not the official title for them, that is my official title for them. Then I need 2 1x3 tiles. 2 1x1 or 1x2 curved pieces. And then 2 1x3 and 1x4 bricks. 1x4, 1x3, and a 1x4. Fantastic. I do believe that's it. Okay, so for this we're building. Take the 1x4. Stack the 1x3 on it. And we're just going with a 1x1 plate here. Cool. I'm not sure what this piece is called, but I like this piece. So that actually, that 1x1 there allows this to step up nicely. Very cool. Line that as best as we can. Same with this piece. And then we need the 1x3 tile in order to flatten that. Look at that, that's pretty slick. I do have to say, I like that. I like it very much. Just gonna build the same thing again. Since it is exactly the same, just rotate it around facing the other direction. There we go. And then these pieces go to either side. Oh, why do we have to do that? Sorry about that, folks. Quit. My apologies. For anybody who's not been on the stream before, that is an iRest app that I have that basically every 20 minutes it pops up and says, "Give your eyes a rest, Stephen. Look away." Alright, and this part fits down in here snugly, snaps onto those gray bars you just put in there, and that looks cool. I almost wish those pieces in the middle though were a beige as well, because it feels like that would be a nice little... It'd be nice to not actually see the gray in the middle there, but it's going to be barely visible once it's all put together, so I'll allow it. Alright, there we go. Hello, page. Next page? Huh. Alright, I guess we're doing that. So the next thing we need to do is actually... Really? That's the piece. I did not imagine that would come so soon. So it looks like it's a blanket roll of sorts that goes in behind. Really? So it's just a rolled up blanket that... Well, alright. I guess we're just rolling up a blanket and sticking it in the trunk. It's not as easy as it looks, actually. Tried to get a fair grip on it. So let's do... Don't have a narrow pencil. I guess it doesn't have to keep its round perfectly well, so we'll just do that and pop it into place. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter how tight I make it if it's going to loosen like that. Depending on what goes here, then there might be something that actually kind of keeps it into place, so I'll re-roll it again afterwards. But there we have it. Step 73, roll up your blanket. Step 74, get 12 1x2 step down plates. This is what I'm talking about right here. We need 12 of those. All light gray. So to the light gray bin. 1, 2, 3. And this is one of the things I didn't realize at first. I thought the bottoms of these looked the same as the 1x2. I know this has a little side rail on it, but that's basically what the bottom of the 1x2 plates look like, and I thought that the step downs look the same, but they actually have the little bit of teeth in them right there. Can't even do that properly. Little teeth in there, showing that they are different, so it allows you to see them easily from the bottom. Hello, Aldebar, how are you? Good to see you this morning. Welcome on in. Of course, for that you get, for your arrival, you get your custom shout out. How are you this morning, friend? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Seven, 8, 9. Doing well, just enjoying a cup of coffee. Nice, very nice. Not coffee, but tea in hand. And it's still pretty darn hot, which is good. I like tea that's hot enough to not burn my mouth, but you know, it doesn't burn my tongue or my taste buds or anything, but I can still feel the warmth of it go all the way down, so yeah. I hope your coffee is at the perfect temperature for you as well. 7, 8, 9, 10. Just need 2 more. There we go. Oh, apologies. I should have had the instructions screen on at that point. So this one goes in the middle. And then a space. And one right there. Another one there. Then we have 2 rows of 4. So row, it's interesting. A row of spaced 3. Solid row of 4, or 2 solid rows of 4, and then just 1. Dear Lego, what are you planning? Why 4 the shiftiness from one back to the other? There we go. Just like that. We're caught back up. The next page is, or next step is step 75, which involves a lot of dark gray pieces. Well, not a lot, I guess 5 dark gray pieces. I need 4 1x3s. And 1 1x4. 1 of each so far. 1x3, 1x3. There we go. So these find their way onto the newly placed pieces from last step, which is, I guess the nice thing about those, it allows you to go from, you know, they say in a Minecraft build, never build even. Like you never build a building that's got an even count for the dimensions. These step down plates are nice. They allow you to do, basically instead of having it even down the middle and not being able to place one like that, they do let you go between them like so, which is a nice. Oh, I see now. Actually, I don't see why they did what they did. I could have easily had another piece there and there and not have the weird overhang, but strange. Because this one's going on top of 3 right here. And they could have easily just put another one of these all the way back. So I'm perplexed as to why. I'm going to check to see if I got an extra one. That annoys me a little bit more than it should. Hey Dan Grace, welcome on in. Good to see you. How are you this morning? Probably don't have that piece though. It's an extra because it's not very common. Or, I mean, it's not a tiny piece, so I doubt they would give me an extra one of it. You know, it's usually the 1x1 bits that give you extras. All right, that's fine. We'll keep it as is. I just don't understand it. Don't understand it. Doing good, thanks? Awesome. Glad to hear it. I too am doing alright. I'm building Lego. Life could be much worse. This is good. I'm enjoying how this build is coming together, so. There we have it, step 75. Oh, I see. Step 76 is the gear shift. So that's dark gray pieces. I think, yes. Dark gray, and then black and black. Alright, so we need a 1x3 tile. And a tile is the flat smooth piece. If I can find it. Okay, let's get the big pieces out of the way for now. The Lego set I'm building is the 2016 set of Volkswagen Beetle. That's what the final thing is going to look like. And I forgot to mention, I think I forgot to mention last time, this was a gift from Cosmic as well. So, included in the gift was the LED light kit, which I'm excited about as well, because I've been considering getting the lighting kit for my Vespa up there. Oops. There. And then the Volkswagen, maybe the Mini and the Volkswagen van back there as well. So Cosmic having gifted me this has potentially inspired me to get it for the other ones as well. So I'm going to build the entire bug to spec. So, and then, you know, the pieces I have to take off and replace with lights, I'll do that. So I'm going to go through the entire build first and then the lights on. That may be making my life more difficult, but by kind of going all the way through and then having to backtrack. But I do like the idea of finishing the build first. All right, come on, tile, where are you? It is a dark gray tile, isn't it? So there's this piece. We need one of those. Really? Did I put that in the wrong bin? Maybe it's the first time. Sorry, I'm just going through them piece by piece now. Oh, there it is. Weird, that was hard to find. Hard for me to find, anyway. Alright, cool. We need to go to the little black bin. Yeah, it'll be pretty fun when it's done. I'm pretty excited. We need one of these. Boop. And the cool looking piece that I had never seen before. This is an interesting one. It's going to be part of the gear shift, but there's not much thickness change to it when you look at it from the side. Actually, there's no thickness change to it when you look at it from the side. And its sole purpose is basically to allow the stick part of the well, this would be more than the emergency brake, I guess. So the emergency brake goes in here, and then into that piece. And it connects actually right. Let's put the smooth piece on first. So it can, smooth piece goes in here. Like so. And then emergency brake, or the parking brake, I guess it would be more appropriately on this since it's a standard. Manual transmission. Goes right there, and then we just need to rotate it slightly so it's in the middle. There we go. Lovely. Cool. Step 76, le done. Ooh, step 77. That's it's definitely not one of those steps with a single piece. Okay, so is this going to be done twice? 221, 221, 221. So this, maybe it's mirrored, but I need to get all of these pieces twice, so I might as well just get them all at once. Sorry, I was flip-flopping back and forth because I just wanted to make sure that in fact it does happen identically twice. So they do have the same part count. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Oh, let's not drop things, Steven. So 4 of those, 4 2x3 plates. Wait, 4 2x3s? I only see. Oh, there's one. I was gonna say I only see 2 of them in total, but of course that changed as soon as I started to say it. There it is. So 4 of those as well. We need 2 1x4s. 2 1x1 tiles. No, which means I need 4 of those. Of course. Of course. Four of those. Then we need 4 of the 1x2 slanted pieces. Side slants. I guess we can just do this. Probably easier. Probably, even though it's just me digging through a box, it's probably more enjoyable watching me dig through a box than having you stare at the instructions. So we need 4 of these pieces. 2, 3. And oh, there's 4. And it allows me to actually move it a little bit closer from the edge as well. So. Then 2 1x4 tiles. 1x4. 2. And then 4 of the 2x2 lightning bolts. Double wide lightning bolts. 2. 3. And come on, where are you? Oh, there is. Upside down. 4. Okay, that is all the beige pieces. Now we need to move on to, well, we've got the dark gray right there, so we might as well grab the dark gray pieces, which is 2 1x3s plates. There we go, and then 2 2x3 plates. That is it for the dark gray pieces. Okay. We move to the light gray box. And we need 2 light gray rods, similar to the pieces that we used for the hinge under the seat. So we've got those 2 right there. Excellent. And then I don't know what to call these pieces, but they go pieces that go around corners. I like them. They're interesting, but I do not have a good name for them. Then I need 4 2x2 plates with the top grabby piece. One of these. That's the official name. 2x2 plate with the top grabby. Lego, if you're listening, update all of your documentation accordingly. Alright, cool. That should be all the pieces. Allow us to get that done. Alright, so we take the 1x3. 1x3 plate, or the 2x3, attach another 2x3 on it, like so. Then we take the 1x3, we go underneath there as well, so we got a 3x3 underneath, 2x3, and then we take another, oh, we take another 2x3 beige plate, put it like that. So that's how it's supposed to be offset, which is interesting. Which gives me some Lego anxiety, but so be it, I suppose. And this goes like that, it would appear. Because in the instructions right here, it goes from this as step 3, which we just did, to this as step 4, but it doesn't actually show you what the back side of that is. So I'm assuming the back side of that is going to be have the gray and the beige, because on the front of it, it only shows 2 layers of beige. So once that's done, it'll have the beige that's there plus another layer on top of it. So I don't know. Seems to be right. That's what I'm going with. And we also need to put the 2 grabby pieces right here. Like so. Like that again. So I'm going to do this just one at a time because it doesn't have, usually if this same step gets repeated exactly the same twice, then it would say that. But I see what's going on, because this one has got that space there. The other one's probably going to be a mirror version of it. All right. I was wondering what was going on, but now I get it. Or I believe I get it. All right, that's good. This piece goes on the top. That looks like it's pretty darn centered, which is good. All right, and then slanted pieces go in the front, facing down. Then the 4x2 or the 2x4 goes there. That doesn't feel right. No, it needs to go back one. Gosh darn it. Of course. Of course. Trim my nails, and now I need to get in there. If I can get in this way. Come on, you can do this. There we go. Ooh, oh my goodness, I took a chunk out of the tool there, doing this one. Sheesh. Elkhorn, welcome on in. Thank you for the lurk. For those of you who may not know the mighty Elkhorn, there's a little tidbit about them. It's a bit of a drag. So this piece is not as strong as the actual Lego is. Gosh darn it. Alright, either way, we've gotten back to where we want to be. Oops, I have to put this back in. Looks good. Now this goes to the front. I'd gone back one too far, so now we're good. How are you this morning, Elkhorn? I realize you're lurking, but if you are at all chatty whilst lurking, how are things? And if you're not in a chatty mood whilst lurking, that's cool too. Appreciate the lurk. I'm not a very good lurker, so half the time I assume that if people are lurking, then they're still semi-chatty. Alright, so this one... So this is how it's showing it in the instructions, like so. And then it shows that it rotates around and goes like this. So why does this one need to go there? Oops. Yeah, we're gonna have to just keep that blanket aside and roll it up and put it in when we're done. So I wonder, how far back does this go? It doesn't really show. Actually, that's not true. The instructions do show, I guess, a little bit of a, like one row of space behind. There, you can see the gray studs showing, so it must align with the back. It looks like it aligns with the back of the parking brake there. Which means that is going in the right spot, I assume. Alright, let's just put it in place, and then we'll check the angle according to the instructions. So we're looking at it like this. We can see a row of studs in behind. It seems to be the right angle. Okay. Alrighty. Sometimes I wish they would do like a, not necessarily an isometric view, but they would actually just show a top-down, a top planar view, I believe it's called. Excuse me. Alright, we got some tea in the system, so we're good. Alright, so step 78 is going to be the same thing, but the mirror version. Yeah, okay, that's what it is. Which I can do. I don't know if I can do it from memory, but I know I can do it. And then the answer is no, I cannot do it from memory. I did glance up very briefly. Hey Danny, welcome on in. Good to see you. Hello, hello. And how are you this morning? Or morning or afternoon or evening? Whatever time of day it is where you are. How are you? Okay, that's looking good and centered. I'm totally doing this in the wrong order, but that's okay. Actually, putting that on first makes my life difficult because I need these pieces. Did that rod just roll under the car? It totally did. Alright, we'll do this. He's looking like a lurker, living the best lurker lives. Excellent. Enjoy the lurk. Happy to have you here. So right now, I'm not really talking through the steps on this because it's the second one I've done. And this is just the seat of the front chair, or the bum cushion, I guess. I can't think of what the exact technical term for it would be, of the front seat. The seat of the front seat, I guess you could say. Like so. Like so. Putting together a shelf. Nice. Putting together things can be fun. If you've got the time to, for me, I guess. I don't know why. I find a lot of things daunting lately. Just the amount of time that I've got to get stuff done. So if I've got the time to do something like that, I enjoy putting together shelves and cabinets and stuff. Alright. There we are. Seats in place. Seats intact. Or the seats of the seats. And now we're probably going to be doing the back of the seats. And yes, we are. And this is going to be a double. So do we need all of the pieces? Yes. Okay, so for this one, they do give you all the pieces to do it twice because it is just a mirror. And everything is the beige, so we're just going to grab the beige bin. So we need about 8. I'm going to go for these first. If I get some of the bigger pieces out of the way, then it might be easier to find the smaller pieces. So instructionally, we need 12 1x1 tiles, 8 1x3 plates, plates, 4 1x3 tiles, 4 of these pieces I can never think of a name for, 4 1x1 blocks with side studs on the front and back, and and then 2 1x1 plate, or 4 1x1 plates with the grippy pots. There's a plumbing leak, so I had... Oh, that's a drag. I'm sorry to hear that. Is it, if you feel comfortable sharing, is it apartment living or house living? So I guess either way, but is it landlord budget or your budget? That would be a drag to have to do that because of a plumbing leak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I realized that was not the most eloquently phrased question. Just basically sorry to hear that you've got to replace stuff from a leak. It's a massive drag. 1x3, 1x3. Oh, 1x4 is a no-no. So I need 4 of these. Come on, where are ya? Okay. What? Oh, I took it out already. Okay. Helps if you flip them over. So that's 4. So I actually only have 7 of the 1x3 plates. I need another 1x3 plate. Which I have. Which, okay, we're good. We're good. So then 4 1x1 blocks with the double side studs. It's a cool block. I like this one. Cool brick, I should say. Four corner rounds. 2, 3, 4. So 6 different pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need 4 with 1x1s with the side grabbies. It's complicated. Fair enough. Fair enough. Say no more. Complicated it is. 4 of those, and then 12 1x1. 1x1 plates. Oh no. No. Thankfully that one fell right where I could see it. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, here we go. We put a huge dent in the beige pieces with these seats. I mean, the beige is essentially the interior upholstery, so we're going to get through it quickly as we do the upholstery system. All right, step 1. Step 1, stack all of your small pieces together. And then on top of, nope, below the 1x1 brick with the side studs. And then do it again, it says, do it again. And then one more of the double side studded brick on top. Okay, that's it for that, it seems. I'm gonna have a shaky camera for a bit, I apologize. Don't know another way to do it. I'm gonna try this. Here I was thinking I'd just shove down on it and everything would go perfectly straight. We gotta take the time and rotate things individually, it seems. Give me some quiet time for a second, just so I can be overly precise with this, unnecessarily precise, but there you have it. So let's do that a second time since we're into it. Come on, do this. play it silent mode again as we rotate teeny tiny pieces. Right, there we go. Right. 2 identical pieces, looking good. And then we stack. So to do this twice, it says, for one of them, which means we need to do it 4 times for both of them. There we go, those are done. So similar to the previous builds, we're doing all of these the same. There we go, which then has the, we have a 1x1 plate. Right there. Today's the temperature of today is one of those days where it's like cold enough that cold enough that it made me feel like I needed to start with a floor heater, because my feet were cold. But then as soon as my computer starts to warm up enough from the actual streaming, holy smokes, it's roasty in here now. Roasty. All right, there you go. Two more of those. We'll put the nice smooth tile pieces on the outside, and then we will attach it all together. Two more. I do like these seats. Pretty satisfying how they come together. Look at that. That's pretty cool. It is a bit of a drag that you can see the sides, like so many pieces in the build. It'd be nice if it were just flat, but if you did that, though, then you would have a Lego piece that was just weird and usable for only one thing. So I do appreciate the complexity required to make something basically smooth all the way around like that. It's unfortunate that this piece has to have a stud on top, but I get it. I don't know that there's a way you'd be able to avoid that stud very easily, so. Kudos to making these seats as smooth as they are. Is that right? That black arrow wasn't there. I could figure it out to be sure. No, that seems to be the right amount. Just sort of realizing there's no leg room in the back. Maybe that's common for the old Beetle. So I was wondering if they should have been shoved forward a little bit more, but it's hard to say. I mean, the seats, all things considered, seem to be relatively self-contained in terms of pieces that if I had to, I could go in and remove them again. Although based on what the instructions showing, once I snap these into place... Oops. That's not a very centered seat, is it? That's good. Snap that into place as well. So according to the instructions right here, it shows that it is leaning against the side, so this is probably accurate. you're driving in the back of a Beetle, you can't expect legroom anyway, apparently. Alright, that's good. So now we are... Ooh, cool. So we are actually working at rounding out the front hubs. So the instructions are actually showing we're working on... Sorry, I forgot to switch. This part right here, which is where it starts to round out the front wheel well on both sides, which means that's the same, similar to what we had going on at the back here. So we'll have those wheel wells go right around there. That's pretty slick. I do like that. Okay, so it is actually giving me all the pieces for both sides, which is nice. So I don't have to math it myself and double up. Those two pieces, those are the only beige pieces we need. We need 2 of those chevron pieces, then 2 flat plates, 2 2x2 flat plates. Then we move to the blue bin, the blubbin. Then we need 2 1x2 plates. Sorry, is it 2? Yes, it's 2. 2 of you. 2 1x1 tiles, which we have easily found, and then 2 quarter rounds. They call them quarter rounds. Is that right? Quarter rounds? Yeah, I guess so. 1x2 quarter rounds. Actually, I feel like I've called them that before. I just don't always remember. Do those, and then I need to go to the white bin. There are very few white pieces in this build, which is kind of interesting. No complaints, just I find often there are more white pieces. Alright, so for this, piece 1 goes right like so. So we can probably do that for both of them, regardless of which way it's facing, since they are going to be just mirror versions of each other. And then one goes like that. That should be on this side, I think. The other one goes like this. Yes. And the beige brick goes in here. Oh. Do the thing, Steven. Beige brick goes here. Oops, there we go. Mirrored versions of each other. So I should keep, so that's going to go, no, this one is going to go to that side. So that's how I should keep them separated. They will go around like that. Nope, that's not right. That's right. That. 1x1 right there. 1x2 here. Okay, cool. I did get ahead of myself there because it was fun to put together. There we go. All right. So these will go around here. And it snaps on. Okay, so I can see from the instructions over there that it snaps on, but leaves that blue piece visible. So it's going to go right in line with that blue piece. So which means you can barely see it, but there's a white piece, the white round piece under there is going to get covered. So we can do that. So it's basically going to go on just like so. It wasn't as easy to see this side, which is why I took a look at the other side first, and that one will go just in the mirror spot for it. Right there. Excellent. Step 80 complete. Step 81 is showing us we need 2 of those little yellow. We keep wanting to call them bushings, but they're almost like a C-clamp or whatever. They hold pieces on, so the piece holder. 2 1x1 bricks with a hole through it. 2 rounded 2x2 step downs. 1 1x6 light gray, and then 1 1x4 light gray. So to the bin of colorful chaos, as we continue to call this one. We need one of these. We need another one of these. There we go. Is that all the yellow? It is all the yellow. And don't need either of those, but we need, right, 2 of the black pieces there. 1x1 bricks with a hole through it. Oh, and then we do need to, right, that piece is a dark gray. So it's the 2 step down bricks. Rounded step down bricks. I'm not even sure what we would call them. Then a 1x4 plate. Boop. And then a 1x6 brick. Another boop. Alright, so we're continuing out. I guess where the transmission would be underneath the car, so they have to put. So the axle going from the engine in the back probably would be going all the way up through here. Not the axle, but the drive shaft. Because the back. Wait, is that right? Oh, this didn't go down all the way. Wondering why that was off. So the engine in the back. Or is it? Because if the engine's in the back, would be a rear wheel drive. So I'm not sure what's going under here. Maybe it's just the transmission. Now it's got me wondering what that would be. Originally, I was thinking you've got the engine in the back of a front wheel drive because most cars are front wheel drive these days, but that would not be the case back in the day. There you go. These black pieces slide all the way in. Oh! All the way in, do they? Hey, Moss. How's it going? You're doing well? Thanks for popping in the chat. What is new with you? Well, I guess since this is your first time in the chat, everything would be new with you in terms of this conversation, but how are you? There we go. Doesn't spin quite as well. I could always loosen those. I was gonna say it doesn't quite spin as well as the Mini. It's pretty darn close. You have a cold? Well, that's a drag. Sorry to hear that. Just spaces it a bit. Yeah, it spins better for sure. Hopefully you're at the tail end of the cold and you'll be feeling better soon enough. I usually like to make pieces really snug, but then I forget sometimes that on these, there we go, on these axles and where wheels spin, if I make it super tight, then it's not going to spin as well. All right, that's good. Step 81 is done. Day 3. Oh, that means it's probably you're right in the thick of it then. So you've got another. Hopefully it's a short cold, but usually they say, what's the expression? You take medicine, a cold will. If you take cold medicine, it'll be done in a week. If you don't take cold medicine, it'll be done in 7 days. So that's, I don't know how true that is, but that's something my mother used to say. So it's you're essentially right in the middle of it, which is a drag. I'm sorry to hear that. Alright, so we're doing this thing. So we must be doing this twice as a mirror. Oh yeah, so we need double the pieces here. To the light gray bin. So right now we're doing the under, I'm not sure what you would call this part, but it's next on the inside of the wheel, but it looks like we're kind of the underside of the chassis a little bit. I think that's what it would be. So this is going to be one of those mirrored setups. So we're going to, I'm grabbing all of the pieces for this twice, even though the second version was going to be mirrored from this. So I'm getting all of these pieces 2 times. Which is, if anyone cares, 1x2 tile, 1x2 step down, 1x2 plate. I don't know what this is, an actual step, a literal step up. Like a jagged lightning bolt piece that I call, and then cheese with a stud. And they call it cheese because that little slant looks like a wedge of cheese. Alright, so we'll get those things. Since we have a bunch of pieces to get, we'll go this way since it looks a little bit more interesting. So 2... So we need actually... Oh, I need 4 of these. 4 step downs. Oops. 3 of them. 1 more. There we go. And then I need 2 of the 1x2 tiles. There's 1. And... Come on. I know you've got it. Well, I know you're in here, but I've had pieces missing before, so I hope you're in here. That's what I should say. Wherefore art thou, flat piece? So 1x2 tile. If it's this hard to find, there's a good chance this is the last one in the set. Not necessarily, but there is a good chance. Or I've put it in with the white pieces or the dark gray pieces, which I've done before as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Oh, that's it. Okay, I thought that was a slant. Alright, we've got it. We're good. And then 2 of the staggered lightning bolt pieces. So the upward lightning bolts. Interesting. And I call these ones lightning bolts because they're like jagged, like a lightning bolt. I know that's not entirely accurate. That's what I choose to call them. Alright, so we've got the lightning bolts. Okay, how many pieces we've got? We've got 3 different pieces out of 4 different pieces. Oh yeah, we need the cheese wedge with the stud, and we need 4 of those. Actually, that looks more like a slipper. I think if somebody were to put that on a minifig, that'd be a really long slipper for them, but potentially comfy. So this piece henceforth is the slipper. There we go, 4 of those. Then to the dark gray bin. I've mentioned this before, if anyone else wants to kind of sort by color and you're looking for containers, I bought 2 packs of 3 of these, and they all come with this yellow lid. Oh, now I'm saying this out loud, I forget the price. I think it was like $1.50 or like $1 or something like that for 3 of them at IKEA. It was ridiculously cheap. And then I just happen to have a couple of larger, these are Ziploc containers. And I just have a couple of those handy as well for when I sort by color, and then you go, wow, that's actually... Basically, if I fill one of these all the way, then I can't really sort through it without pieces falling out. Then I'll dump those into the big bins. But it's just a way to sort of keep things in order. But yeah, those little ones with the yellow lids, they were not expensive at all at IKEA. I need 2 of these. And then 2 1x2 plates. There we go. That should do it. I think that's all we need. So we're doing this twice, but because it's mirrored and it looks a little bit more complicated, I am actually going to just go step by step. Oh, I needed 4 of the upward lightning bolts because we're doing that twice. Right. Oh, there it is. Okay. Sometimes they're easy to spot. Other times, not so much. So this part I know I can do easily enough twice for both sides because tis identical. So we'll do that. And that's where the similarities, I was going to say stop, but let's just give it a go. So this one goes... Okay, so we're going to put them like this. This is how they are going to be going on there. So this is how they need to be built. So I'm doing this in the wrong order. So the slippers go on here, facing that way. So according to the instructions, this is what we should be seeing in step, I guess, 82.3. Then the dark gray 1x2 plate goes here. And the flat piece goes there, and that's good. And these go on top. So that's fine and dandy. So now we can actually just do that in the reverse. So put the slippers facing inward. There we go. Dark gray piece, flat piece, and then the 2 step down pieces. Okay. Not too shabby. So this, it would appear... Oh, it goes right on that black piece we just attached. Really? Might be more visible from here. So yes. Huh. That's weird because it's not centered on anything. It goes on just like that. Oh, it is centered. Okay, so now I see. That's probably why that step down plate was put there, because now that perfectly aligns it that way. I get it, I get it, I get it. Sometimes it takes me a moment. But this time... this time it took me a moment as well. But I got it now. Alright. Cool, 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 cool. Step 83. Done. And now we are putting the gear shift in place, it looks like. Teeny tiny gear shift. So we need, alright, we need a series of pieces. We need 2 1x1 tiles, blue tiles, 2 black studs, gear shift, 1x1 plates with side grabber, and light gray, dark gray 1x4, dark gray 1x3 plates, and then blue 1x1 plates. Alright, so let's go to the blue first. Actually, the light gray is on top, so let's go to the light gray first. Which is the 1x1 plates with the side grabbers. Or the sideways side grabbers. Oh, not the up and down ones. That's throwing me for a loop. Okay. I was just going to go all over the place and just grab like crazy, but there are 2 1x1 plates with side grabbers. You gotta up and over underside grab. And then you've got the left and right side grab, side by side. But we need the side by side ones. Alright, so we need 2 of those. Now we're to the blue bin. For the blue bin we need 2 1x1 tiles and 2 1x1 plates. 1 of each. I'll take those. And then, oops. There's a plate. Now I just need a tile. There we go. That's it for blue. Now to the dark gray. Actually, I have a dark gray and black stack, so we'll grab both of these together. 1x3 plate. And 2 of the 1x3s. Oops. And then 2 1x4s. Come on, 1x4, where are you? Oh, did I grab 2 1x4s? I did not. Oh no, it's only one 1x4. That's good, because that appears to be all there is. So, 2, 1, 2, 2. Okay, cool. And the gear shift. Boop. And then two black. 1x1 studs. I guess the I don't have to call them 1x1 studs because that's all they are. But it's a stud plate as opposed to a stud brick, because there are those round, tall ones. Not frequently used, but they are there. They are there. All right, so the gear shift goes. Okay, this is sort of confirming for me that we are in the spacing for the seats are correct, because it shows to put the gear shift right there. I feel like this gear shift's not properly proportioned. I wish they would have done something else. Because the mini's got a great one. For those of who were not here for the last build. So the mini here, I just took the lid off, but this is what it looks like. Complete. And it's going to be about the same size proportion-wise. I think the Beetle's going to be slightly smaller to scale. But this gear shift in here is pretty great. Let's see if I can get under the camera. Because they've done it in a way that it actually allows you to go up and down with it and side to side with it. So it's really well done. The mechanism is going to be hard to see, but this feels like a better or truer size than what I'm putting in the Volkswagen Beetle right now. So you can see the parking brake is identical, almost identical in execution probably. Yeah, it is actually the same piece. So this is the same size, but so it feels like this gear shift is a little slightly weak sauce there. Either way, both fun builds. I'm just saying that piece feels like it should have been a little bit beefier. Yeah, they used the same piece on the Mini for the antenna at the top, so it would not be gear shift size. And that's just me being a little bit picky. It's easy to kind of be picky about things when the rest of it's so good. You go, you did it like 99.6% of the way, then there's that. Why did you do that? That's all right. All right, so we're doing 2 of these where we stack stud on top of, no, a tile on top of a plate. Which goes on the plate side grabby. We do the best we can to make sure that everything is rotated and true. Not always easy, but we try. See, the blue were aligned properly, but then I messed them up trying to align it to the gray. All right, let's do that, and we do it again. And then for those of you new to my LEGO streams, I always go quiet whenever I'm trying to rotate individual pieces like that. Just brain goes into just quiet focus mode. So what do those go on? Does it go onto the blue? It's hard to tell from this angle. Yes, okay, so that's the blue plate underneath it. Sometimes the yellow line throws me off a little bit, so that blue plate underneath it. So this is going on the center of the blue step-down plate. Oop. This must be where the door hinge will connect. Must be what that is. Lower door hinge, perhaps? Just a guess at this point, but it seems like what it could be. And then... And I find the... Uh-oh. Alright, drop the black stud. Okay, there we go. So I find the use of studs on this build interesting because these are going here. That could easily be, since this is most likely going to be hidden, this could easily be a 1x1 plate as opposed to a 1x1 stud. And there's a white one under there as well, which has been covered, which will most likely be covered entirely once all is said and done. So I'm surprised at the use of them. Not complaining, just I wonder why those choices as opposed to other ones. So then the 1x4 plate goes here. And then we have this, the 1x3s, lining up with the step down plates. So that makes sense why they are the way they are now. Alright, cool. So this feels like it's getting close to the overall length of the vehicle. Now, with these pieces intact, it feels like this is where it's going to start to come up like that. And now we are on step 85, which seems to be, excuse me, a nice beefy step. I apologize for the burpiness. I don't know why, but I find when I talk for a while, even in meetings, it's just... I'm swallowing air while I'm talking, apparently. Okay, so for this we need... See the dark gray bins, the corner of my eye, so I'll just go there. We need 2. Actually, I'll just show the instructions first. So we need 1x4 light gray plate. Basically like a corner bracket, forget what those are called. It's pretty much a 1x1 plate with side studs. That's what I'll call it, plate with side studs. 2 dark gray 1x2 plates. 1 2x6 blue, and 4 1x8 blue plates. So we've already got one of the 1x2 dark gray plates out, so that's the second one we need. On to the blue, since that is the top of the 2 bins I've got over here. That's too long. Nope, that's right. I thought it was a 1x8, but it looks like it's a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Okay, so we need 4 of these. For those, 1 2x6. And then we need one. Oh, I keep saying 1 2x4 plate, which could be the last one in the set, and then 2 1x2 plates with side studs. There's one of them. We just need 1 to mold. There it is, right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different pieces. Okay, we're good. Alright, so for this, we're going to build it according to the instructions. Like that. And then the 2x6 goes here. With the side-studded plates going there in the front. The dark gray plates going in the back. Oh, and they're changing directions on me now. I see. Going back like this. And these... Oh, they go all the way back to the black studs there. That's interesting. That'll actually make that a lot sturdier in the front now. I like things getting sturdier. When I'm putting together the Lego build and I can't see how it's going to strengthen sometimes, it just... I'm not sure, makes me a little bit worried, but I feel a little bit of uncertainty, like it's in my mind. Even though I try to be positive on stream, in my mind it's like, Lego, where are you going with this? Why are you, why? What was that for? Just trying to loosen that up a bit on the side, but not have it be too tight. Alright, seems pretty good. Alright, step 85, complete. Step 86, we need just blue pieces. And we're doing this twice. So it shows that we need, but it's giving us the number of pieces we need for these. So that is, what is that? 6, okay. 6 1x2 plates, 2 1x2 tiles, and 2 1x2 plates with side studs. There's one of the ones with side studs. One of the plates with side studs, and there's the other one. Fantastico. So we need 6 1x2 plates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then 2 tiles. 1, 2. We're good. We got the stuffs. Alright, so for these parts. Oh, sorry, I forgot to assemble them first. So, side stud gets 1 plate. 2 plates. We do that again. And they go on the front outside. Here, is it? Yes. There. And there. And these pieces go with the front. Going front to back. Either side, and then the tiles actually go left to right. Like so. Right. Cool. So that is indeed where the car starts to go back up. So that's probably where the bumper probably attaches right on the front there. Alright. Sorry, just gonna stretch my back for a second. Stretch the back, crack the bones, creak and crack. Alright, 86 to 87. Oh, interesting. So we do need some blue pieces, that's cool, so they're on top still. Oh, sorry, I forgot to show the instructions. So we're looking at, need 6 of the white studs, 2 2x2 plates, 4 1x2 plates with 4 side studs, 2 blue slippers, 2 1x2 tiles, and then 2 1x2 beige plates. All right. So we have the blue tiles, or yeah, 2 blue tiles already out. So we need 2 slippers. Cool. That's blue, and then we need to go to the light gray for the 2x2 tiles. Sorry, 2x2 plates. And actually, we need 4 of these plates with side studs as well. I'm just grabbing them because I can see them easily for some reason. 4 of those. Nope. Come on. You need your standard 2x2 plate. There it is. That's it for light gray pieces. We need to have the beige. Beige 1x2 plates. 2 of those. And then white. White studs. And that is 6 of those. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. There we go. Alright. Pieces acquired. Build continuing. Alright, so let's put these pieces on here first. So this is what I mean, like, so this black stud here getting covered. So why? The only thing I can think of is if they feel like, well, people might get in a bit of a pickle here and they need to get in there. This allows them to get under there and pull it back up because it's got the space. But otherwise, I can't think of why they would have black stud in there. Let's just put the white pieces in place because they are the most likely to fall off and roll around. So let's avoid that. Other side. As I was saying, one of the nice things about this build so far is it doesn't feel like I'm pushing on any part that might come off and crash to pieces. Whereas the Vespa, I loved working on it, but there were some times I was pushing the pieces together and it felt like different parts of it were definitely going to snap. I had to be very careful about putting the pieces together, so it's not one that's I'm always keen to handle because I don't want it to get ruined. How does this work? It's only going on one of them? Interesting. What are you doing, Lego? Forward-facing slipper. I don't like the fact that these ones are only being held on by a stud. I have a feeling, given what I've seen in other builds, that it's going to get compressed in between two things, but I still don't like the fact that it's just that way right now. After me just talking about how things don't feel fragile in this build, they feel fragile. What do for time? 11:30, not too bad. An hour left in the stream. Alright, so for the next one, we're looking at 2 1x2 blue plates. Oh, interesting. A 2x2. I'm not sure what you call that. Pyramid? I guess technically it's a pyramid. Or prism. Triangular prism. 1x2 triangular prism. And then we've got 1x6 light gray piece. 2 1x8 dark gray pieces. Are those gray? Yes. And then 2 1x3 dark gray pieces. Some blue, or since a good light gray is on top, we'll grab that piece first. The lone 1x6. 2 1x2 plates. 1x2, 1x2. And then 2 of the little pyramid pieces I was talking about. Oh, there's one. Huh. I don't know that I've seen that piece before. Or if I've seen it before, I don't think I've actually used it in the build before. Alright, there we go. 2 of those. So we've got 1 piece taken care of, 2 pieces, 3, and then, alright. The dark gray stuff. 1x8s, and 2 1x3s. Alright, so where should we start? I guess it shows the pyramid pieces going on the front, so we'll just do that. Those ones seem to be the easiest to spot for me so far, so we'll do that. That is pretty neat, I'll give it that. I mean, on the actual car it would have been rounded, but this is a pretty good way to come around the corner like that. Nice. Very cool. Okay, so then this... Alright, so these blue pieces. Let's take a look at the instructions again. Alright, so this piece here, it shows it going on just one of them. Like that. Don't care for that at all. Why are you doing that to me? I thought that was going to be a door hinge under there, but I could be wrong. And then it shows this actually going here, aligning next to it, which will help it from rotating. And then the 1x3 goes right there. Oops. So it goes right there, and then this piece, I didn't see where that goes. Oh, it goes right across there. Okay. Alright. Got some flimsy bits in there now, making a liar out of me there, Lego. Alright, step 89. Yo! It's the Yo song. Step 89, we need 2 black studs. Excuse me. 2 1x2 blocks with a Cubert looking snout on it. If anybody knows who Cubert is, then you are old like me. Or you've seen Wreck-It Ralph. So we need 2 of those. 2 1x2 plates with side studs, and then 2 blue 1x2 plates, 2 blue 1x2 slants, side slants. Alright, since I see the blue, saw the blue one out of the corner of my eye first, I'm just going to grab pieces I need from here. Which is 2 of these. There we go. And then I need 2 1x2s with the side slant. That's you. And you. And then we need to go below to the light gray bin, which have the 2x2 blocks. 2x2 bricks with the side snout. That's what I'll call it, the side snout. We got a side stud, but that's longer, so that's like a side snout. Right in the middle, I just wasn't seeing it. The dark gray piece. 2 1x2 plates with the side studs. And then we need to have 2, count them 2, wee black studs. Progress! I wait for the glue to dry so I can do the final assembly. Nice! Glad to hear it. How long does it, would that glue take to dry? Is it the super fast stuff, or is it just, or is it Danny? Just sit down and have a coffee or tea while you wait for it to dry and enjoy a chapter of a book or something. Kind of time lapse you need. Drying time is what I mean. This is black studs there and there. So these blue pieces go on top of the other blue pieces. Don't know why they just didn't have me do that before. And the snouty pieces go right... Oh, in line with. Interesting. I'm uncertain about this thing. All of these pieces are just being held on by one stud, so they've got some rotatability. Like some twistiness to them that I don't care for. Just gonna let it dry overnight so I can be sure it's dry. Nice. Some more errands and want to do some things in Minecraft today. So nice, very cool. That's good. You've got that task out of the way for the day. That's awesome. Well done, Danny. Well done. Oh, and it's funny, I was going to ask, why is this smooth when this is going to snap to it? But then I realized there's not enough room for studs in the bottom of this, so it's an interesting way to use those pieces together. Huh. So it's not the strongest there, but at least you can get the shapes you want to come together. So that's actually pretty interesting. So this bracket, the side studs on it actually make it overstep a little bit. So I got to say this to Lego, just you do an amazing job. Or they do an amazing job of actually taking all of the thicknesses into account. Because the exact thickness that goes over, in addition to the depth of that piece, is exactly the width of a tile. Or one stud. It's just pretty darn cool. Good job, Lego. Good job. Yeah, and everyone at Lego's like, whew, this random guy in Canada said we did a good job. Thankfully. And now I can sleep better at night. Alright, we are now on step 90, which requires 2 more blue step-down plates. 2 1x1 plates, under the dark gray 2x3s, 1 by, what is that? 1x8 plate, and then 2 light gray 1x6 tiles. So I see this over here first, which includes the dark gray, so I'll do that. 1 1x8, and then 2 2x3s. And then 2 1x6 tiles, not plates, tiles, Steven. There's one of them. There we go. Took us a moment, but we got them. And then we need to go to the blue bin. 2 1x2 step down plates. And then 2 1x1 regular plates. There we go. Alright, so these are all happening at the front again. I'm spending a lot of time at the front, which I don't mind. Just want to make sure I catch it all. Alright, so these step down plates go here over the black stud and on the blue. That's going to give it a bit more strength finally. Then the 1x1 plate just nestles right in there, which is good. Step down plate goes there. One pieces rotate slightly into place. There we go. Good, good. And then this goes across here apparently. But it doesn't want to go down there. A little too snug today. Plates for the tiles go on the gray plate. Oh, I put that in the wrong spot. I put this in the wrong spot too. So this is actually supposed to be one down further. That makes more sense. Like so. And then, like so. these suddenly. It's probably because I saw them. It's the easier one for my hand to grab, so like that, and then tile in place like so. There you have it. Good, good, coming along. We are still looking good for time. That's awesome. Whoa, now we're getting right into it. Doing the dash. Is that the dashboard? No. What would this be in the front of a VW Beetle? I know you would put your storage in the front, but wondering what else would be there. Oh well. Regardless, we'll find it. We'll get there. So for this, we need one 1x4 beige brick, a 1x1 gray brick with side stud, 1x4 white brick with side studs, two 1x2 black plates, or 1x1 black plates, two 1x2 corner mounds, two 1x6 tiles, one 1x8 brick, one classic 2x4 brick. Nice. So we don't need any dark gray. Oh, but I need a beige one. So this beige piece here, so we get that out. And then for the black, we need yes, one of those, two 1x6 tiles. Two 1x2 quarter rounds. I keep switching between quarter round and corner round, but in either case, I feel like it's accurate for what I'm doing, so that's good. And then two 1x2 or 1x1 plates. It's one piece, two pieces, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh right, white and light gray. Like that. And then one of these side studded pieces. There you go. All right. So these two just get placed next to each other for this step. There we go. The black piece goes on top. Oh, interesting. So it's asymmetrical. There we go. Like so on this side. And the other one goes actually strangely like this. So the light gray becomes visible. Interesting. Smooth like so. Smooth like so. And then the white piece, showing it goes like this. And it goes into the bottom of the beige? Yes, at the bottom of the beige. I wish it would show this piece together with the white piece in it, because then it would make more sense. It shows arrows pointing. Like right here, the arrows. Yeah, it just showed them going to the beige block. Okay. At a quick glance, though, it looked like it could have been either going to the beige or the black. But I would like to see... It'd be nice to see this actually shown together as a single piece. Or as a full unit in the instructions. Alright, so then this is shown going... here, I believe? No. Down one. Oh, I see it. It goes right there. Ah, interesting. Nope, it goes forward one. I think it goes right there. Because again, the instructions are showing right here that the black part that goes across aligns with the left side of this, which is what this is looking like right here. Like if I push it in, it's aligning with that side of it right there. So if I shove this down, and that basically looks like the instructions now. Okay. I'm getting to the point now where I worry if I stick something in where it's not supposed to go, it's not going to fit right. Actually, you can see also in the instructions right along here that there is a gap right here, and then a single row of studs are visible on the brick below. Likewise, I've got that here, so you can see that there is the space and then a single row of from behind. So we're good. We're good. Not the clearest in the instructions, but we managed. Oh, sorry. Random guy in Canada reminds me of the Megamind scene where the hero character says something to someone he calls random citizen. We are our own versions of heroes. But I see what you're saying. Hello, random citizen. You're welcome for life-saving. That's funny. Megamind was funny. I enjoyed that. There's also... What's the one... Or maybe it was Megamind. The one that had the giant young woman as well, with white hair. I think she was a character in Megamind, wasn't she? That's the show, if I'm remembering correctly. Alright, so that's step 91 taken care of. 92. How much more do we have left before the bag would normally be done? Geez, here I was thinking bag number 2 wasn't going to take very long, but... Sheesh! Bag 2 is pretty beefy. Alright, so we are on step 92. There's a giant woman in Megamind. Okay, giant woman, and there's also a big blob type character as well, right? I think that was... It's been a while. So we need 2 more of those pyramid pieces, or prism-like pieces. Excuse me. Sorry. 1, 2. That was easier than I expected. No complaints here. Then I need 4 1x2 or 1x1 plates. 1, 2, 3. 4. 2 1x2 plates. There we go. And then we need to go to the light gray for some 1x1 plates with sideways side grabby parts, because we have up and down grabby parts. Oh, and then just to make things a little bit more interesting, we have a 1x1 plate with a top grabby part. So many made up names I need to remember. There we go. 2 of these. And then I need 2 beige ones of those. I can't remember the official names of them, so now I'm having a hard time remembering the made-up names for them I made. Alright, so we're doing double stacking the blue on top of the gray grabber. Together and get rotated slightly. Perfect. So those go on to the... I guess they go in the middle of the side stud like that, or the step down plate like that. Need to get rotated slightly. There we go. And the beige ones appear to go... No, these blue ones, the 1x2 plates, go right next to that here. And here. On which, no, next to which go the beige grabby bits. Like so. And then these blue pieces go here, here, and here. So you can do this. Cool. So this dark gray, since this dark gray is here, I have a feeling when the hood of the car closes, it'll probably hide that in there. All right. Cool. Step 92, done. So step 93, we're working in the dashboard area of the car as well as the front. All right, so this is just a little bit all over the place. So we do need light gray pieces. We need the one of these that is included. A bunch of pieces I don't know what to call. Close a 1x1 plate with a sub-side hole. I will never remember that. And I call it that because it's 1x1 plate with a hole underneath it, thus sub, and it goes sideways, so sub-side hole. Today exclusive only, folks, because we will never remember the name again. Do those. We need two 1x1 plates with a side hingy bit. How many of those? Two of those. There's one. There's a second one. Sorry, I'm not staying consistent with zooming in or showing the instructions. I apologize for that. Need two 1x3 lightning bolts. There we go. I call them lightning bolts because this one here feels like it could be, you know, the underside of it here. These step remind me of a lightning bolt. So any of them that are like that now, like even if they're too wide like this, like a double wide like this one, or if it's just a 1x3 that has fewer steps, I still call them all lightning bolts. That's it for the blue. And then we need to go to the dark gray. Is that dark gray? Yes. 1x1 plates with the top grabber. Two of those. We've got one piece, two pieces, 3, 4, 5 of 7. Oh, no, wait, I need two 1x2 bricks with side hole. And then I need to go to the colorful container of chaos, or the container of colorful chaos. And two of these blue, bright blue side connectors. Alright, so we're doing two things twice. So the blue connector goes on the side here. Both. I can't remember a blob. Sorry, I missed that part, Danny. And there was a giant blob-like character as well. I feel like I need to go back and watch it now. But it was pretty funny. If I remember correctly. I guess that's all for that piece. Okay. Thought there was another step. And these ones will go like so. And so. This is really strange. Strange way to do this, but I'm intrigued now. So this is... What an interesting way to get that curve. It just seems so not intentionally done. So this base piece must literally just be meant to keep that from rotating over. That's really interesting. So I don't think there would be any other piece that would go out like that. That would have full width in here, but be narrower there to allow that piece. That's really clever. Well done, designer person, whoever ye be. That's slick. Huh! Huh, I say, huh. No, I didn't do these completely, so there are... So that faces forward like so. And both of those did not do that. Right, there we go. And those pieces find themselves right where? Right here. By the giant blob, are you thinking of the army of drone bots Megamind uses to make a big creature? I think the more that we talk about this, the more I'm thinking of a different show entirely. Just 1 second. Sorry, folks. I need to check a thing. Megamind. No, it's not Megamind that I'm thinking of. I'm just gonna click on the more like this, see if it shows what it could be. No, it's not. Right. Movie with giant girl with white hair. Oh, it's monsters versus aliens. That's what I was thinking. Never mind. So different movie entirely. Different movie entirely. Alright. Back to the regularly scheduled Lego assembly. Aliens versus monsters, right. It's been a while. I remember that one being funny in a similar way. So this piece, I don't know where this piece goes. Actually, that is exactly where it goes. Okay. I do know where it goes. It just took me a moment. I always find it interesting, and if I forget, it seems... If I forget I've done it, it feels weird that you've got a stud that's off by half because of the step-down plate there. Right. Step 93, done. 94 is just some... I don't know, that just... Okay, there are some pieces that go together right here. We're looking to do the... That radiator coolant? Why would the coolant be in the front? The engine's in the back. Is that where you put... You wouldn't put the gas in the trunk, would you? I am so confused as to what that is right now. Interesting. Okay, so we need 2 black studs, 4 of these, 2x3 slanted pieces, 2 1x2 step-down plates, and 1 Volkswagen Beetle logo, or 1 Volkswagen logo. So let's go. Actually, I was going to grab the blue one first, even though it's not the main thing we need. 1 and 2 is what we need there. Then we go to the light gray pieces right underneath. Which requires 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice big chonky pieces we don't have to go searching for. We need to 2 black studs. And then we need to go to the container of colorful chaos for the Volkswagen logo. It's interesting, I think there are like 4 different Volkswagen logo pieces in here. Definitely 3 of them. So I've got 2 more in my hand right here. Maybe there were only 3 of them, but I remember being surprised by the number of them. Alright, so this is easy. Don't have to worry about rotating any pieces since they're all circles. Let's stack these together and place them right on that piece we just placed. Sometimes I wish the Lego instructions would label what the pieces are when you're building a replica of something, so that in an older vehicle like this, oops, that's upside down. I've got it right side facing, or yeah, right side up for me, the way I was viewing it, but it's for when somebody opens the trunk, that would not be right facing. There you go. Okay, so that piece is in place. La piece is in place. And then 4 of these just go right across there, I guess. Seems interesting. I don't know why that's a smooth... Oh, this needs to be a smooth piece specifically for this. But this could have been studded, and that could have been a 1x4 smooth piece. And it just makes those pieces not as firmly connected as they could be, Lego. Some things you blow my mind with your cleverness. Other times I'm like, what? Why would you do that? And then 2 more. Wait, did I miss a part on those? Oh, interesting. So this goes that way. It steps in one. Ooh, so that it can align back up. That's feeling weird on the inside here. It's looking a little bit, it's hard to see from that angle, but this in and out stepping and stuff like that feels like it's a little weird and janky on the inside, but maybe it's because that's not going to be visible really, that they're going for structure as opposed to style. Substance versus style. I don't know. That's it for step 94. So we've got steps 95 through 104 doing one side, 105 to 112 doing the other side, 114 on the other side. Excuse me. All right, let's just do this slowly and carefully. All right. So I'll get all of the pieces I need for one page at a time. So this one here is showing that. Actually, I think this is the only light gray piece we need is the 1x6. So I'll show you what I mean from the instructions. So right now we're actually working on this module, which is going to be up at the front of the car. And this has basically 2.5 pages of instructions, how to put it together and where to put it. And then you've got 2.5 pages of instructions again for that. Yeah. So I'm just going to grab all of the same color. I'm going to grab it twice. Why not? Since I'm in the mix here, let's do it. So 2 of those. That's all the light gray pieces in this page. That is a lie. There are side stud pieces required. 2 of those. Any blue pieces? Yes. So 2 1x3s. Two 1x2 bricks. Some classic pieces in the action. So it says we need 2, so that means we'll need... No, it actually says we need 1 1x2 plate. So we will need 2 of those. But then it says, we need 2 1x1s. So then we'll need to grab 4 of those. 2, 3, and 4. I've grabbed the 2 1x3s already, so that's good. Alright, I do believe that is all for the blue. 2 beige pieces. We need 1 beige piece doubled, so we need 2 1x2s in the beige. Some side-studded plates. We need 1 it shows. That means we need 2 of them. There we are. Oh, that's a black piece. We'll come back to that. So then 2 1x3 pieces. 1x3 plates, I should say. That's that. So we'll need 2. Oops. Yes, that's exactly the piece. Funny that they were side by side like that. It felt weird to pick them up that way. I thought they were gonna spraying out of my hand. I think that is all except for the white studs. We'll grab 2 of those. Oh, I'm gonna have to skip back and forth through the pages here now. So I'm realizing I'm doing page 1 of 2.5 for this side, then I'm gonna be doing page 1 of 2.5 for the other side, so I'll just skip ahead. Way to go, Steven. Way to go. Alright, so snap underneath there. Snap underneath here. One by 3 goes underneath there. Well, the 1x3 dark gray goes in the front here. Huh. So that's right. Looks like I just do exactly the same thing, but from the other side, because that's what it's gonna be. Like so. And then I'm gonna stack some more blue pieces. These are kind of my least favorite things to do just because they're so teeny tiny. And hard to rotate them when you get them together. But if you get them first try like that, that's pretty great. Alright, cool. Let me snap these 2 together. I'm gonna try to do that from now on. Just take the time and go slowly and push them together and rotate them as they're going together, because then it just... oh, so much less work after the fact. That's good. So the white studs go second one in from the front. It's funny, I'm doing this, but part of me feels like I'm going to regret it. Like I'm going to go, oh, they totally switched the colors in that piece. And that's not at all what I thought it was going to be. Way to go. The mirroring you've done has failed. Piece like that, piece like that. Oops. Sorry again for the shakiness. Keep forgetting to pick up the piece. Goes like that. Beige piece goes there, and the blue piece goes here. Yep, that's correct. All right. Page 2 of whatever part we're working on. So we need to go to the blue bin. We need 2 1x3 lightning bolts. Oh, that's neat. Look at that. Those lightning bolts fit together perfectly. Actually, which means the 2x3 and the 1x... Or the 1x3 and the 1x4 fit together even... No, I was going to say even betterly. English. I don't know why I never did that before, but that's kind of satisfying, seeing those go together like that. Neat. Alright. Sorry, I get distracted by my own brain, I guess. For lack of a better way to put it. So I need the 1x3 lightning bolts. I had one, and then I let it go. There's one 1x3. The other one. Either another one, or if there's one left, the other one. Sorry, I forget about the whistling sometimes. Just doing that to myself. Others may not appreciate whistling. Two more 1x3s. Two more 1x3 lightning bolts for a different section. There we go. Come on. That's 1x2 lightning bolts. We need a 1x3. Give me a 1x3. Oh, there it is. Okay. That's for the different section, and then we need two 1x2 plates. There's one. There's another. So far we've got blue piece 1, blue piece 2. I'm just going across the top. Blue piece 3, blue piece 4, and then we need 2 quarter rounds. I did see them a moment ago. The Instagram drives me mad. It's so badly built and terribly optimized. In what way? Just like the algorithm, or just where buttons are? Navigating your way around. Since I've got the light gray here, we'll go to 2 1x4 tiles. If you're talking about the interface, I agree. Like, I find, especially if you're dealing with Instagram direct messages, holy smokes, it's buried. Just the worst. One of you. Okay, there's the other one. Good. And then 1x1 studs with the 1x1 plate with downward side studs. Okay, that's what we can be more specific. It's 1x1 plate with downward side studs as opposed to upward. So this would be a 1x1 plate with upward double studs. Okay, light gray, light gray. The question is this light gray or is that transparent? That's a transparent yellow, it looks like. Interesting. Alright. So for light gray, we've got those pieces. We need 2 pieces of cheese. One piece of cheese. And another piece of cheese. There we go. That it's for light gray. Then we need to go to the black pieces because we need 4 black studs. Which I do believe are the last 4 black studs because there are 5 of them, which means there's probably an extra. There's almost always an extra for these ones. Alright, so those are those black pieces, and that's it for black. And then we just need to the colorful container of colorful chaos and get 2 orange signal lights. And that should be everything we need for this step, I do believe. The way it works, it takes 10 times longer than it should do anything, and nothing works the way it should. Agreed. Alright. So blue lightning bolt goes there and overhangs a little bit. Yes. Yes, it does. And then the 1x3 plate goes along here. What? There we go. Next is the 1x4 tile on both of them. It's interesting. So there's the side studs in order to make triple side stud here, and then from there we're now reversing it and going back to upward facing studs. That's almost feels counterproductive. Like I know there's going to be a reason for it, but maybe that's the only way to get that slightly raised higher in there. These studs don't line up. It's a little bit off, so perhaps that's the reason. Intriguing, though. I'll be curious to see how that comes together. Oh, and then a black stud in there. Black stud in there. Okay, so the cheese goes here. She looks pretty good. You get the rotation right the first time. Oh, it's not perfect, but there. Do that. Same thing on the other side. Cheesy bit. Looks good. And the signal light. Alright, so then I got ahead of myself with the steps. The piece goes that way. Ah, I did get ahead of myself. Gosh darn it. I was wondering why these pieces went right on top of the gray piece. Not that it makes any difference because I'm putting gray on top of blue as well, but I thought it was weird that this gray piece underneath was going to be visible. Did I catch it? I feel like I dropped it, but I didn't hear it hit the ground. Bear with me for 1 second. Oh, there it is. Okay. Probably because I have my headphones on. But we got it. We're good. It goes like that. Which means these two pieces need to come off. I feel like I'm pulling these pieces apart a little bit, though. It doesn't feel like it's super sturdily built. I can't handle it. This is the 4th time today I'm trying to edit this video on Insta, and it's the 4th time it's giving me music I didn't choose. Jeez. I don't really post anything to Instagram much. And even when I don't think I've ever posted anything with music. It's like I don't have the brain power to deal with social media these days, and so that's weird. So black stud on black stud again. Interesting. Oh, that's to get the quarter round out. Again, though, don't mean to sound like I'm complaining, because I'm not. I'm just surprised that they're using studs as opposed to anything else. Like it doesn't make sense necessarily to use studs here when you could use, when you're using plates everywhere else. Why do they have to be studs there? All right. Either way, enough complaining, Steven. We need one actually, so we'll need two 1x1 rounded tiles. Or half rounded tiles, really, that's what those are. And then two 1x1 blue tiles. There we go. And there we go. So for this one, it requires a blue piece down here. Oh, I see, right, because this side is the outer side. And this piece, the half round tile goes right there, which is delicious. I love how that goes together. Nice. Oops. I would love how that comes together if I'd actually do it properly. Or if I would do it properly, I mean. Cool, cool. We got that piece there. So it shows that this goes on this side. All the way onto, it looks like. That makes sense. Okay. So just put this in. Putting it down with enough confidence because that curve basically matches up with that one. And it shows that that it goes right on top of this piece in the front. So that was nice. Just make sure that there are no other wayward pieces that showed up in here. So this looks as expected when done. Yep. Cool. So same thing, other side. Very neat. Impressed with how that curve came together. This one was a pleasant surprise. I did not see that piece coming. Neat. Alright, so that's part's done. Just a sec. Let's see how many more steps there are left in bag 2. So it might just go a little bit longer than usual. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 5 more steps. We'll finish off page 2 or bag 2. All right. So this one we're going into the shiny bits for the headlights. Of course. 2 of those. So these headlights are exactly the same size as they were on the Mini. And that's not meant as a complaint. That's just, it is what it is. Just one of those. That must be for the steering wheel. Alright, so that's it for that. And then dark gray piece. Really? Just one 1x2 plate? Alright, into the light gray bin. Actually, we need the 2 pieces of blue cheese. There we go, 2 pieces of blue cheese. Two by 6 plate, and then 1x2 plates with sides, or 1x2 side slopes. Sorry, how many of it was it again? 4 of those. I can't even see 4 of them. Oh, there. Alright. Let's do the headlights. Headlights are pretty great. Come on, rotate. You're not supposed to be sideways like that. Huh. That actually went on funny. Squeeze that all back in. Excellent. I always worry when I've got to correct a piece like that everything's going to come crashing apart. That actually happened better than worked better than I thought it would. That's interesting, using the slope here from the blue cheese and just the actual length of that piece as a spacer. That's pretty good. Two different things in this build that use a spacer. Look at the little beige hand in here. Oops, sorry, a little beige hand in here used as a spacer to keep that from rotating. And then the side hingey bit there preventing that from rotating. That's pretty slick. I'm impressed. Oh, we need the blue cheese right there. And there. Oh, I see. We get the side slopey bits going right there. Dark gray on the outside. Now I see. It's not very sturdy yet, just with the one stud in there. I assume Lego that's going to be more pieces going on top of it to hold it in place. Go together? Okay, that's good. That went together nicely. Alright, so that's that. Step 116. Oh, I like these pieces. The round ones. Oh, we need a light gray piece, and I'm going in there. So it's the 1x10. Yep, the 1x10. The last of the outer wheel well parts. Very nice. Oh, sorry, I forgot to zoom in if you wanted to see. So I'm gonna get 4 of these pieces, and then I need one more dark gray piece, a 1x6, or was it? Oh, 1x8 plate. 1x8 plate. All right, let's see how well these go on now. I mean, I know they will, but just so much effort to get the studs onto the side of this thing and line up in certain points that's just... Oh, that's pretty darn great. What else can you say about it? That actually worked really well. Although I'm not sure why those needed to be there, unless they were just... Yeah, I don't know. Oh, over here it looks like it needed to provide some support. Not easy to see. Provide some support for the dark gray piece above it, but they didn't want it to actually come out and be a full piece, so I guess that's what it was for. And they wouldn't have any of those pieces with just no studs on the side. That would be a bit of an odd Lego piece. So, and since those are going to be hidden by the wheels, a bit of a non-issue. Oh, that's starting to look so good now. Yeah, I mean those wheel wells are classic VW, so that's just those being added makes a huge difference. Oops. Sorry. Get ahead of myself there. So this light gray piece goes across there. The dark gray piece goes across there. Alright, so my worry about that not having the support it needed is taken care of, which is great. Step 116 was very satisfying. Step 117. Little dark gray bits. And blue cheese. No, we need 1x2s with upward side studs. 3 1x2 plates. Interesting. Actually, I need a third one of those pieces. There we go. The side studs. Another third 1x2. So what are those other pieces? Yes, I do need 2 of those. Oh, there it is. Okay. I think that's what that piece is. Sometimes it's not easy to see even on my iPad, so I gotta zoom in. Yes, 2 of those, 3, and then 2 pieces of cheese. All right, there we go. Okay, so these all go along the dashboard part. Move these over. Ah, that's for the trunk. Like so. These are spacers in the back. And then we put the little pieces of blue cheese facing outward on both sides. There we go. Very nice. Step 117 taken care of. Step 118 is... oh, actual more stuff for the dash. Okay, so we're actually getting low on beige bits, so getting towards the end of those. Oh, no, I guess not terribly. So one of you, so yeah, so we can see that we need a 1x1 tile, 1x4 tile, a 1x2 step down plate, and then a dial. It must be the speedometer. And then 3 vented pieces. Alright. We can do that. So we already got the 2 tiles ready. We just need the 1 step down plate. We need to go to the colorful container of chaos, or the container of colorful chaos for one of... no, those are Volkswagen logos. There's a dial. Another dial. I wonder where that other dial is going to go, unless it's an extra. Lego loves their little extra pieces. And then I need 3 blue vented pieces. 1, 2, 3. I think that's it. 1 piece, 2 piece, 3 piece, 4, and 5. Okay. Oh, I need to make sure this is faced the right way. There we go. That's good. Took me a moment, but I think I got it. I almost wish these pieces went on. I suppose I could take these off and do it, but I feel like these pieces would have been easier to align if they were put on that piece first before putting on separately. There we go, and then we've got the vented pieces going, no, right there. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Step 118 done, on to 119. It is steering wheel time. And that's just 3 light gray pieces. It's interesting that this uses a light gray stud. This feels like it would look better with a little button piece as opposed to a stud. So Instructions show we need one wrench-looking tool. I know it holds the steering wheel. Or it holds the bottom of the steering wheel. Interesting. Oh, I see what it is now. Excuse me, I apologize. Then the steering wheel itself. And then the spacer, I guess what that is. Is that gray? Is that a gray piece? It is a gray piece. Alright, and then the steering wheel. And then the wrench. Just 3 pieces this time. That's fine. That's fine. We can deal. I feel like the steering wheel is supposed to have a button on it. Or horn. Weird it's being left on its own. Is that a wrench? It's a wrench. Well, it's probably been a Lego robot's hand at one point, to be honest. But... there we go. So we got a spacer now for the wheel of steering. So if that's being attached that way, we're gonna have our steering wheel 2 to 10. Slightly off. There we go. Snap that into place. Like so. It's pretty good. And that might be it for bag number 2. That is. So we'll be moving on to bag number 3 next stream. So we're going to leave it at that for now. We didn't do too bad. I was thinking there were only 2 bags for bag number 2, where there were 5 for bag number 3. So I thought, well, this is definitely not going to take as long, so I'll just mix them all together. But either way, everything's been separated by color, so we're good to go for next time. So this is where we're going to leave off for now. Looking pretty snazzy. Let me just lower the camera now since we're not going to use it again. But that's where it sits for now. The front is definitely starting to take shape. The back's been, had a good shape to it for a while, but now we're going to bag 3 is going to be filling in all the extra bits and putting the wheels on it, so that's pretty exciting. So yeah, we're gonna leave it there for today. Thank you very much, everyone, for making it. Glad you could hang out today. Yeah, I'm usually. Actually, let's do a raid on Aldebar. It's gonna be a bit of a raid and run for me just because I'm quite hungry, so I'm gonna go. He's not doing any Lego today. Actually, I don't even know if he's on. I don't think I've seen whether he's on or not. Bear with me. No problem, Danny. I was really glad you're able to make it again. Aldebar is live. Okay, cool. He went live a bit earlier than usual. So we're going to hand you over to Aldebar. He's doing some Minecraft. Super talented. Does a lot of terraforming for his builds. So not only are the builds he does cool, the landscape around all of the builds he does are very cool as well. So hang tight. We're going to send you off to Aldebar. And I will be joining momentarily after I kind of do a couple of shutdown things. But it'll be, as I said, a bit of a raid and run. So thank you very much, everyone, for being here. Yeah, we got 2/3 of the way through it. One more stream this coming Thursday should take care of it. And hang tight there. We will queue up the raid for Aldebar. And yeah, we're good to go. Thanks, everyone. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Bye now.